our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share their stories with all of you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
You'll see all of that today and more. These behaviors provide an environment that is full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood.
Orca, but more commonly they are known as killer whale. Here at SeaWorld, our 5 killer whales have their very own personal names. We have our 3 females, Katina, Nalani, and Malia, and we have 2 males named and Malia. Malia is our youngest killer whale at 10 years old, and Trua is 15. Nalani and Malia are both 14 years old, and Katina is our oldest killer whale at 45 years old. Katina is our matriarch, or leader of our pod. Now, our killer whales trust us, and they take an active role in their health and well-being. Some of the first behaviors that we teach our whales are husbandry, or healthcare behaviors. These behaviors are designed specifically to monitor the health of each individual whale. Now here in our slide out, we're going to be seeing Kelly with our killer whale, Katina. In just a moment, they're going to demonstrate for you one of our most important husbandry behaviors, and we call it a fluke present. What you're going to see Kelly do is ask Katina roll over with her belly facing the sky, and have her place her tail flukes right in front of Kelly, nice and calmly. This fluke present is an important behavior because this behavior allows us to collect a blood sample from our whales. So you can see that she's keeping that tail fluke nice and still, just like we would keep our arm nice and still for the doctors. Now if you take a look at that white underside of your tail, you can see the big vein that runs underneath, and that's where we collect that blood sample from. And we do this with all of our whales about once a month. Not only is this an important health diagnostic, but it is a great way for our trainers to build a relationship with our whales. Another important health diagnostic we get is a weight. Just like you and I might step on a scale either at home or at the doctor's office, all of our killer whales are conditioned to slide up onto a killer whale size scale we have in an adjacent environment. And our 2 youngest females, Malia and Nalani, will be demonstrating this with a slide out behavior for you. Now you will see that a good portion of their bodies is still in the water, so to get an accurate reading of exactly how much they weigh, we simply ask them to lift their tails up and out of the water. Weighing our whales like this, make sure that the younger whales are growing appropriately and the adult whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Well, hey everyone, we're down here on the left side of the stadium with Kelly and Katina, and we're talking about learning and observation. Just like we can learn through watching others, our killer whales can learn through watching the other whales, watching us, and even watching you guys. So today we're gonna put that to the test. We're gonna have our entire left side of the stadium help us out with this one. So I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and stand up. And on the count of 3, we're gonna take 2 hands high over our head and we're gonna wave, and you're gonna see if Katina can follow along. Looks like she's ready. So ready, 1, 2, 3, wave! Nicely done, everyone. Great job. You guys can go ahead and have a seat. Killer whales have excellent eyesight both above them to announce they have arrived. Give it up for Nalani. Let's hear it one more time for our whales and our audience volunteers. Now, SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know now that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months, information that would be impossible to obtain out in the wild. Some information, however, can only be obtained through field observation. SeaWorld works
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
Are you guys enjoying the show so far? That's awesome, and we love to hear that. Once again, my name is Cheryl, and as you can see, right now, the presentation quite isn't going exactly as we planned, right? Typically, this is the portion of the presentation where they come out and they get you guys really super soaked. Did we have anyone that wanted to get real wet today? That's awesome. So right now you can see that a couple of our killer whales are just kind of casually swimming out around here in our front environment here, and that is okay. So this is honestly one of my favorite parts of being an animal trainer, is that you get to see our killer whales do whatever they want to do. So that just means you guys get to listen to me talk for a little bit longer. Thank you. So while we're hanging out here, I'm going to kind of give you guys just a little bit of what's going on here. So right now we have our 3 females that are out front here. So right now we asked them to go into our back area and then to come on back out front. And it looked like they just wanted to hang out front just a little bit longer. And like I said, that's 100% okay. Everything that we do right here at SeaWorld, whether it be with our killer whales, whether it be with our dolphins, our sea lions, is all voluntary. So if at any point in time, any one of our animals doesn't really want to participate in doing something, then they don't have to. Like I said, it just makes our days just a little bit more interesting. Now, all of our training right here at SeaWorld is based on positive reinforcement. This basically means anytime our animals do something that we're looking for, they're going to get something that might be reinforcing to them. Now, what do you guys think is going to be very reinforcing for a killer whale? Go ahead and shout it out. Whoa! Fish, exactly. So you saw our trainers feeding all of our whales nice big handfuls of fish. On average, each of our killer whales eats around 100 pounds of fish every single day. So some might eat a little more, some might eat a little less. Just like we all have different dietary needs, so do each of our killer whales. So, but about 100 pounds on average. So when our trainers ask our killer whales to go out and do something really, really cool, we blow this whistle. Now this whistle we wear around our necks lets our whales know that's exactly what I was looking for. Come on back and get some sort of reinforcement. So it could be a nice big handful of fish. Now we have other tools that we use too to help reinforce our killer whales. You may have seen our trainers using a few of them. We have different back rubs that we can do, or fluke rubs. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, so sometimes we'll use that like a nice back rub as a reinforcer for our whales. We also have a wide variety of toys that we give our killer whales. They're not necessarily toys that you or I might play with. They're not like basketballs or footballs or anything like that. They do have to withstand interacting with a 6,000-pound animal, so they're typically a lot bigger toys. But we've got different shapes, different sizes. Just like you and I have different likes and dislikes, so do all of our killer whales. Katina, our matriarch, seems to really enjoy any toy that's colored blue. Just a preference that she has. We have different toys that have different holes, different shapes, different sizes. We might even put like fish or ice cubes or even Jello. We give our killer whales gelatin. It's very similar to the Jello you or I would eat. There's just no sugar or preservatives, anything in it. We might add a little bit of food coloring. It's probably more for our enjoyment than the whales. But it's just another type of reinforcer that we can give our whales. Now you're seeing exactly what happens when our whales do something that we're not quite exactly what we're looking for. You can see that the trainers, gotcha. You can see that our trainers are just kind of right now giving our animals a break. So they've actually communicated to me right now that we are actually going to end our show right here. You guys are actually getting to see that our killer whales are a little bit more focused on interacting with each other, but we want to kind of allow them to have that time of interacting with each other. So on that note, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you learned a little bit about how we take care and teach and train our killer whales. We hope you have a great rest of your night, okay? Thank you guys.
We're gonna stay here and get more of this.
Follow SeaWorld on Facebook and Instagram to keep track of our latest rescues and find out more about the animals in our care. Thanks again, everyone, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day at SeaWorld.